Alrighty, folks. As you can see, I've got a revolver in front of me. This is a U-Birdie copy of the Colt 1873. Reason I have this out. Earlier today, I was watching some of the information coming out on the accidental shooting at the movie set, and it was a revolver. That's about all they said. Not a rifle, like what I did in the earlier one. So I decided, let's show what I know here that would have helped. As you can see, plain as day, that weapon has no ammo in it. What way is it pointed? Away from me. And no, it is not pointed toward anyone. So, that is as safe as possibly can be at this point. Okay, you're asking, where's the ammo for it? Not in the gun. And as you can see, those are not blanks, because that primer has not been punched. There is no hole drilled in that case, and that slug is still in there. Do you think I'm going to load that gun up with those right now? No. Because I want to be showing you a few things. All right, number one. When ever handed a revolver, if you cannot see daylight between that cylinder, some of them are designed where the bullets seep down into the cylinder and you can't see the rim of the case. You're handed that gun. They say it's empty. Open that up like that, if it's this type revolver. Bring it back to half cock. That frees up the cylinder. And you become responsible to check as soon as that revolver hits your hand. You are responsible for the safety of those around you. This weapon cannot fire from the half cock position. The trigger is locked by the mechanism. You bring it all the way back. You squeeze that trigger. The hammer falls. Yes, that gate I closed. And from the position that it's in, this is a single action. You could pull all day long on that trigger, and it's not going to go off. You have to manually pull that hammer back before squeezing that trigger releases it. Now, if it's a double action, you can pull that trigger and you feel the hammer coming back. And you can see the hammer coming back. If it's a semi-auto, that's a whole different ball game. And if it's one of those ones that the cylinder flops out to the side, you have a release button somewhere over in here. And then it releases the cylinder, which you can drop to the side. And you check to see if it's loaded. Always keeping it pointed away from everyone. You never point these things at anything you do not intend to shoot. Whether it be a paper target or, let's say, you're out hunting with it. I'll put it that way. because there are some people that are against hunting. Anyway, I don't know all the details, but he was told it was a cold gun there on the set. According to that, it would have been empty like this. From what I've heard, he was told a cold gun. He was responsible to check that cylinder and show others that he checked it. Along with the director should have checked that firearm, and whoever else handled it. So, in theory, something must have happened between the time he was told it was a cold weapon to having that live round in there. I know when I was out hunting with my dad, just learning, my dad would make me watch him load it. That would be a 30-30 Winchester. And he'd ask me, is it loaded? And he'd have me check. You always treat these things as if they're loaded, whether they're empty like this or they have a full house. Please, my friends, if you're going to own a firearm, get to know it well. Practice safety and keep yourself and others safe while doing so. And in the long run, you'll have fun shooting targets. And you'll help protect the Second Amendment rights. Talking about that, I'm going to get my coffee cup over here and get me a swig of coffee. For all those who are anti-gun and say, I'd never own a gun. Well, there are places such as gun ranges that allow you to rent firearms